Everyone, so shawarma this month, and as you can see, I'm wearing the t-shirt, the official swag that Amy and Elizabeth have done up for me, which, again, thank you. So, that means I'm going to officially say that when this whole thing blows up on the internet, they get official merchandising rights, and all profits can then go to Lizzie's University Fund, or Amy can go on like a Caribbean cruise or something, whichever is most appropriate. Alright, so went with today the Garlic King, which is a bit further out than I was shooting for. However, the owner, used to come over to Produce Depot, which where I used to work, and he'd buy a whole bunch of stuff. He'd give like apparently $5 tips if you helped to bring this stuff out to the car. I think I only really dealt with him once. I forget what he gave me. Anyway, and he always had some kind of garlicky themed thing that he would put in, like a necklace, like a gold necklace, but with like garlic cloves around. So I was a bit hungry, so I went with a larger meal. So we got the large shawarma. We have, let's see if I can get there, uh, potatoes, which you always have to have potatoes, which you don't really look at appetizing. And I got like king fries, which I thought were like curly fries, but they're like really thin. I don't know much about that. Came with this like special sauce they have. I'll try dipping in that. Maybe that'll make it better. Anyway, for the shawarma, okay, I did a holdover, which is apparently their special deal. Alright, so as I mentioned before, not much in the way of toppings, but I still like it, so okay. Put chicken there. Alright. Alright, no. We'll go through this, try it out, and then we'll have a little bit there. See how it stacks up as far as proportions, the sauce, and the chicken. That's kind of one of the big qualifying things. Alright, seeing a few. Alright. So, I had the food. Well, first off, those little curly fry things. Crap. I know they were very thin and very long, and I have a dog trying to climb up in my lap. Hi! Hi! Alright, I'm gonna do the rest of the review with a dog on my lap. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if they were like undercooked or whatnot, but yeah, I didn't really like the curly fries. Tim, what do you think? I was not impressed. The sauce that came with it wasn't too bad. Not necessarily something that was, oh, this is amazing, but I was dipping it with things. The potatoes, wasn't overly impressed with the potatoes. I think because they were a bit too big. Generally, with the garlic potatoes that come with shawarma, I like them a touch smaller. So you're still eating potatoes, but you still have that kind of flavoring that they put on. Here it was very obvious that, okay, you're eating not half a potato, but a good chunk of potato, and that kind of detracted from it. As for the shawarma itself, which is of course the star and the one that will have the most bearing on these reviews, the pita, I think it was like not necessarily toasted, maybe over toasted. It wasn't really that soft. It was very firm, almost not quite brittle, but not necessarily something that I would do. I prefer pizzas to be a bit softer. The garlic wasn't too bad. If anything, I found it a touch too strong, and the chicken was fine. I think the placement of the ingredients in the sandwich was a touch off, maybe because of how it was wrapped. It wasn't really wrapped up. I guess they have a specialty thing where they fold it over, and that made part of the contents kind of spill out a little bit. But I found that at the start there wasn't really much garlic sauce in the top. It was only until you got down a bit more that you got the garlic flavoring. So that was a bit disappointing. So it was okay. Uh, Probably wouldn't, compared to other places that I've been, probably wouldn't go there again. And maybe this is part of the reason why they only have one shop left open. They used to have a few shops open, but I guess partly due to the pandemic, but maybe also partly due to there's just better shawarma places out there. And I will see if I can find them as the weeks progress. So that's it for me, and for Kane, who apparently decided he wanted to join the review. Okay, let's go and wave goodbye. Yeah, press it all. Have a good day, everyone.